Mr. Everett Mendiola III. Yeah, what your pastor and the church at large won't talk about. I said what your pastor and the church at large won't talk about. Now you know good and well they're not going to talk about this. You know good and well they're not going to talk about this. And if it is remotely brought up, it will be ushered in and ushered out with lightning speed. Like that. And it will be on this wise. What was your question? Is masturbation a sin? It is. That's how quick it would be discussed. Because the apostle, prophet, preacher, teacher, and evangelist know good and well this is something that they visit every now and then for whatever reason. Either he or she are not putting out and the other party is needing that intimate moment and they find themselves self-loving. I said they find themselves self-loving and they feel so degraded. They feel so manipulated by the enemy. They feel so condemned. Yet they sure did enjoy the release. Because that's how they've been taught. That it's evil, that it's a sin, that you've got to be a dog, a low-down dog, a dirty pig, snake in the grass. You've got to be a devil yourself to masturbate / self-love / masturbate. Isn't that something? They've become the judge, the jury, and the prosecuting attorney. So interesting that the elite of this world are so deep in degradation, but telling you don't do as I do, but do as I say. Can you hear me now? Because here we expose the lies, the con, the deceit, the manipulation, the coercing, the backwashing, the deception of the devil and his powers that be. And a lot of the powers that be are his local place of worship, preaching doctrines of devils that would have you just about commit suicide for doing something so innocent as masturbation. I said for doing something so innocent, involving yourself and allowing yourself and giving yourself this self-love called masturbation. Now, don't run with it. I didn't give you permission to. Don't count me along with all the other devils in absolute sexual perversion, although I've been there, and so I'm able to talk about it. As I stated in my previous video, masturbated beginning at the age of 7 because mama and daddy had Playgirl and Playboy books alongside their bed, and it definitely aroused my flesh, and I did not understand masturbation / self-love / masturbation. You better talk to me, 'cause I'm talking to you. You who feel condemned, and the very few handful of you that would know better. Because today we better go there. Masturbation. Is it a situation or a degradation or the devil's manipulation? Think about that for a second. Did you go there? Think about what society dubs masturbation as. simply a sin. Well, who said so? Where is it written in the Word or any book in this planet of inspiration? It's not. Because people would feel guilty putting pen to paper stating that it is a sin when they do it constantly. What are you going to say to the single person that has no other outlet? What are you going to say to the man or the woman who are married but not talking at this particular time, and one or the other is needing a moment with the other intimately? How about that individual that is in a hospital bed and has a partner at home and they cannot have intimacy in the form of intercourse, but she visits him or he visits her and they manipulate one another sexually in that hospital room all alone? How about that individual that has had unsavory thoughts because they are not married and they have gotten drunk at times or high at times and have thought about just giving themselves to anybody on the street because they so desperately want to feel loved. They want to feel valued. They want to feel as if they count. And when they come to their senses, they understand that even masturbation is better than putting themselves in a situation that could cost them their lives. They could cost them HIV and AIDS. They could cost them STDs across the board. And masturbation / self-love seems to be so much more doable, safer, discreet, and behind closed doors. Again, I'm not giving you permission. I'm not saying this is what you must run to do this very moment. Pay attention. Listen, hear, and see. I'm not condoning. I'm only allowing you to understand that what the clergy and the church at large has done is made something that Yah has given naturally and spiritually of a perverted sort, and they are liars because they themselves do the same thing. It is written to do all that the Pharisees and the Sadducees tell you to do. Yeah, the clergy and the local place of worship, every jot and tittle that they say to do in the word do. But don't do as they personally do, Yeshua said, because they don't even follow the word. Revelate black to me because I just revelated black to you. You see? Now the reason I say I'm not giving you permission is because there are, as if it were, instructions to this masturbation and self-love. The number one, as I stated in my previous video, is not to draw images. Not to draw images during masturbation, because when you do, you invite incubus and succubus, succubus and incubus, this man and wife team, to come and join your little orgy and rape you as you rape them, and then it becomes a stronghold. It becomes a strong man in your life, and then you can be filled even with legions and go on to deeper and darker sexual perversions. When it is a thing of release, when it is a thing of relaxation and calm, when it is a thing of a clear conscience and wanting to soothe and ease yourself, it is not a sin. How many other perversions have been avoided because of masturbation? Don't let anyone tell you that it is a sin. It is not a sin. It is a privilege. It is an act of self-love. It is a release and a soothing. It is an exercise even of beneficial proportions. So stop lying to the congregation. clergy, because you yourselves are doing it right now as we speak. You yourselves are doing it to your wife, and wife, you're doing it to your husband, and yet you tell the congregation no, no, no. Well, that type of fuckery has got to go. Stop lying to them, stop lying to yourselves. Masturbation is not a sin. It is a place where one can discover themselves, and not in a perverted way, but an innocent way. If I got into the psychological makeup of this, you wouldn't understand, because even when we're in our mother's womb, we are masturbating. It is something of a beauty and not a perversion. It is something innocent and not disgusting, as long as you do not draw images. Deliver yourselves today by setting aside those weights and those sins of masturbating being a perversion when it's a privilege. Safe be.